really what I'm looking at is two separate bills. One would say in K through 12, a school system would either have a safety officer on campus in the building, or they would allow someone who already has their handgun carry permit the freedom to, if they so chose, to go and get an additional training, the same training as a safety officer would have, and then they would be able to carry. Now that would not mandate they confront any situation. It would not mandate that they have to carry. It would just give them the freedom to, if they so chose, to carry. If not that, the third option would be that schools would have to take responsibility for the children. And right now they're not. They're saying we don't necessarily have to take responsibility for their safety. That's not our responsibility. This would mandate they choose one of those three options.
Is that something have you talked to school officials in your district to kind of get a sense of what they think about any of this? Or
yeah, I've talked to, actually I've got emails I could pull up for you from principals from different areas. And it really, a lot of times it's not the big school districts that have the problems. It's the smaller school districts. The big school systems, they say, well, we've got the money, we're going to have safety officers. Some of the smaller school systems don't have the money. And they're saying, well, give us something. Don't leave us hanging out to dry, waiting for the worst case scenario. At least give us the opportunity where if we choose, we could carry and could protect ourselves.
Would it, in terms of allowing teachers to carry, with the permission or with the acknowledgement, I guess, of this local school district, would you leave it then up to the locals to sort of set the district themselves to set whatever guidelines as far as how, where the firearm would be, whether the person could actually have it on them or whether it needed to be stored securely in their desk or whatever?
It'd be the same as with a safety officer or a handgun carry permit. Obviously, a guy can't be waving a gun around. That's brandishing. That's a criminal act already. So it would leave it up to them. And like I said, they'd have to go through the exact same training as a safety officer does, a SRO officer, a safety officer does now. So that would already be done. I've been carrying this legislation for years and years. I've had this years ago. I've been carrying college carry on campus. I think I had K through 12 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while. So this is not a new topic for me. It's just really people are starting to come around to realize that paper signs don't stop criminals. If someone is mentally snapped or has ill will in their heart, a paper sign on a door is not going to do it, unfortunately. People are now seeing that gun-free zones don't work. I mean, if you look at the history, since 1950, every single mass shooting has been in a gun-free zone, except for one. There's only been one exception to that rule. So the gun-free zones are where these criminals are going to where they know they can do the most damage.